The European Parliament here in Brussels is about to get very seriously involved in the discussion on the eurozone debt crisis, the state of Europe's economy, and also on the lack of productivity in some of the eurozone countries. The Parliament's Economic Affairs Committee today, April the 19th, here in Brussels, is set to start a so-called co-legislation procedure. And that's a procedure under the new Lisbon Treaty that basically allows the Parliament to get involved in legislation together with the European Council, representing the Member States, and the European Commission. It's a first, and some of the MEPs here say this is a historic moment in EU legislation.
We want a strong and ambitious Stability Pact because what happens in Greece and Portugal and Ireland, that should never happen again. And therefore we strengthen the Commission's proposal in several fields.
It remains to be seen, though, what will actually be the outcome of that co-legislation process. The Socialist and Democrats group are not eager to put more stringent measures on the EU's member states. And countries like Spain and Portugal, and also Greece and Ireland, are not really enthusiastic about having to adopt even more measures than the countries are already enacting at the moment.
Well, member states, they didn't commit it to their obligation, so that should be made more automatic, that they have to fulfill their obligations and that they get sanctions immediately when they don't comply with the rules. And next to that, also imbalances with regard to the housing market or a lack of competitiveness. That should not be free for all, because that can bring in danger other member states. So there we also have to have a much stronger commitment by an obligatory surveillance mechanism.
The 265 members of the European People's Party have given their full support behind these measures. But the actual outcome will also be determined by other groups in the Parliament. The Socialists and Democrats are not really enthusiastic about this package that could force even more austerity measures on some of the EU's member states. And the Liberals are still mixed. What their position will be remains to be seen.